The offseason is the time of year when every NFL team either hits the reset button and/or finds that missing piece to further build upon a playoff or Super Bowl contending roster for years to come.
General Manager Eric DeCosta actually spoke about the Max Crosby trade that broke down between the two teams.
While some teams make questionable decisions for the upcoming season, each team also makes a wise decision that'll shape their future in a very positive direction for long-term success. Here at TPS, we're going to look at and discuss each NFL team's best offseason acquisition so far and how it'll impact the future of their respective teams. So, without further ado, let's dive right into it.
And Prescott gives to Williams inside for the touchdown.
Arizona Cardinals bolstering the offensive line. The Cardinals had offensive line troubles in 2025 as Jacoby Brissett was sacked 43 times and Kyler Murray was sacked 16 times during the season. However, they made some pretty good moves, signing some new offensive linemen to protect either Brissett or Gardner Minshew, depending on who's under center. The Cardinals signed Isaac Sumalo to a 3-year deal, signed offensive guard Matt Pryor to a 1-year deal, and signed Elijah Wilkinson to a 2-year deal. Even though the Cardinals' options at quarterback are bleak at the moment, having a stronger offensive line always helps, and a good offensive line is good for long-term solutions. The Falcons re-signing Austin Hooper. The Falcons' offense has superb talent in Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Bijan Robinson. However, re-signing Austin Hooper to a 1-year deal helps the passing attack very well. Hooper is coming off a 2025 season that saw him catch 21 receptions for 263 yards and 2 touchdowns, while also helping the New England Patriots reach Super Bowl 60. Not the flashiest of numbers, but he still made an impact for the team in 2025. Hooper's best years were in Atlanta, as he made 2 Pro Bowls during his first tenure with the team. So, he should form a good offensive chemistry with Michael Penix Jr. if he stays healthy for the long run. Baltimore Ravens signing Trey Hendrickson after the Max Crosby trade fell through. After the Max Crosby trade fell through, after, he failed his physical and the team showed concerns about his knee, the Ravens signed Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million deal. Hendrickson brings elite pass rushing production, which the Ravens defense desperately needs, as they ranked 24th in total defense and 18th in defensive scoring in 2025, which is not great. Hendrickson will work with Roquan Smith, Nnamdi Madubuike, and Trenton Simpson, as well as Travis Jones, as they look to get the team's defense back on track to being formidable and dangerous in 2026. Buffalo Bills trading for DJ Moore. Josh Allen needs a game-changing wide receiver to work with, and the Bills trading a 2nd-round pick for Moore and a 5th-round pick gives Allen that elusive playmaker that he's been lacking. He unites with head coach Joe Brady, who was the Panthers' offensive coordinator from 2020 to 2021 when Moore had 2 1,000-yard seasons under his watch. Moore is a massive upgrade compared to Khalil Shakir and Keon Coleman, who both didn't have 1,000-yard seasons, and is a couple of years younger than Brandon Cooks, who was 32 when he was on the Bills roster in 2025. We can't wait to see what Allen and Moore will accomplish in the Bills' offense in the 2026 season. Carolina Panthers signing Devin Lloyd. The Panthers may have overpaid for Jalen Phillips, but they also signed Devin Lloyd, who's coming off a Pro Bowl season with the Jaguars in 2025. Lloyd signed a 3-year, $45 million deal with the team and looks to be a long-term anchor on the Panthers' defense that ranked 16th in 2025. Lloyd's strength and skill set gives Carolina an elite defender in the pass rush that they haven't had since Luke Kuechly was on the team. We can't wait to see what he and Phillips can do in 2026. Chicago Bears trading for Garrett Bradbury. When Drew Dalman retired, the Bears immediately made their move and traded for Garrett Bradbury, as he has started in 105 games so far in his career. Adding Bradbury to the Bears' offensive line further adds necessary protection for Caleb Williams as they look to repeat their offensive success from 2025 into 2026. Not to mention, Bradbury helped the Patriots reach the Super Bowl in 2025. He's got high football IQ, which is a very nice bonus for the Bears moving forward. Cincinnati Bengals signing Boye Mafe. When the Bengals released Trey Hendrickson, they immediately needed help in the pass rush, so they signed Super Bowl 60 champion Boye Mafe to a 3-year, $60 million deal, hoping that he can help revamp their defense. Mafe is coming off a very impressive 2025 season where he had 31 tackles and 2 sacks, 5 passes deflected, and a forced fumble in Seattle. Mafe should be able to improve his numbers under defensive coordinator Al Golden for the start of 2026. Cleveland Browns signing Elgton Jenkins. Even though the Browns likely overpaid for Zion Johnson, they did add Pro Bowler Elgton Jenkins on a 2-year, $24 million deal. Jenkins protected Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love during his tenure with the Packers and should provide Shedeur Sanders, or whoever's under center, the protection that they need in the 2026 season. Jenkins also brings some stability and longevity to the Browns' offensive line, which is very needed for the team moving forward. Dallas Cowboys re-signing Javonte Williams. A sneaky move the Cowboys made was re-signing Williams to a 3-year, $24 million deal. Williams had his best statistical season and rushed for over 1,000 yards for the first time in his career. Williams is still young, as he's going to be 26 with the 2026 season kicking off, so having him on the roster for a low price is pretty crucial for a long-term solution for other positions. Denver Broncos trading for Jalen Waddle. The Broncos made the move of the offseason by trading their first 30th overall and third 94th overall and 4th round 130th overall picks to the Dolphins for Waddle's services. Waddle further bolsters the team's passing attack, which already had Cortland Sutton and Marvin Mims. By giving Bo Nix another Pro Bowl caliber wide receiver, they are starting to form something real special. Waddle will do wonders in Sean Payton and David Webb's offense in the 2026 season. If the Broncos kept him, he would have been able to clean things up. Detroit Lions signing center Cade Mays. After losing Frank Ragnow to retirement before the start of the 2025 season, the Lions found their solution at center with Mays, who signed a 3-year, $25 million deal. Mays' addition to the Lions is a low-cost move with a lot of upside, as it provides the Lions' offensive line more stability and further protection for Jared Goff. Mays should continue to develop and become a mainstay on the Lions' offensive line. Green Bay Packers trading for Zaire Franklin. The Packers traded DT Colby Wooden to the Colts for linebacker Zaire Franklin, who's coming off a season where he had 125 tackles, 5 pass deflections, and a forced fumble in 2025. Franklin bolsters the Packers' run defense and provides veteran leadership for the team, which was ranked 12th in 2025. Yeah, watch out for the Packers' defense making some real noise in 2026. Houston Texans upgrading the offensive line. The Texans' offensive line was bad in 2025. Even though CJ Stroud was not the most sacked quarterback in 2025, it wasn't great. The Texans decided to bolster their offensive line by signing Braden Smith, Wyatt Teller, and Evan Brown. These 3 guys should be able to strengthen the team's offensive line and provide Stroud with the protection that he needs in 2026, plus provide a running route for newly acquired running back David Montgomery. Indianapolis Colts keeping Alec Pierce. Pierce has been a mainstay on the Colts offense as he has produced his first of hopefully many 1,000 receiving yard seasons in 2025. He signed a 4-year, $116 million extension with the Colts as he's becoming the cornerstone of the team's passing attack. Honestly, if he keeps up like this, then we can't wait to see what Pierce can do in 2026. Jacksonville Jaguars re-signing Montaric Brown. The Jaguars didn't make much noise in the 2026 offseason, but they did re-sign cornerback Montaric Brown to a 3-year, $33 million extension with the team. Brown had 51 tackles, 12 pass deflections, and 2 interceptions in the 2025 season. Keeping Brown on the roster solidifies the Jaguars' secondary and makes them that much more threatening to square off against in 2026. Kansas City Chiefs signing Kenneth Walker III. The Chiefs made a massive upgrade in the ground game by signing Super Bowl 60 MVP Kenneth Walker III to a 3-year, $43 million deal. Walker III gives the Chiefs a new explosive runner who will cause havoc on the ground compared to Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, who didn't rush for 1,000 rushing yards in 2025. Las Vegas Raiders signing Tyler Linderbaum. The Raiders made a massive move, signing Pro Bowl center Tyler Linderbaum to a 3-year, $81 million deal. Linderbaum brings veteran leadership, Pro Bowl caliber talent, and incredible protection for quarterbacks in the line. Linderbaum should do wonders with the silver and black in the 2026 regular season, as he'll protect incoming quarterback Fernando Mendoza from a lot of sacks and pressures. Los Angeles Chargers signing Tyler Biadasz. Chargers' offensive line was downright awful in 2025, as Justin Herbert was running for his life in most of the games that he played in. Signing Tyler Biadasz to a 3-year, $30 million deal to bolster the offensive line will provide Herbert with much-needed protection for 2026. Biadasz allowed 3 penalties and 3 sacks in the 2025 season and will make a great addition to the Chargers' offensive line moving forward. Los Angeles Rams trading for Trent McDuffie and signing Jalen Watson. The Rams gave their secondary a maximum boost, trading for McDuffie and signing Watson. Both McDuffie and Watson are Super Bowl champion cornerbacks and provide the Rams secondary with more competitive depth that'll compete well against opposing wide receivers in the league and in the NFC West. Watch out, Jackson Smith-Njigba. Miami Dolphins signing Malik Willis. After releasing Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins needed an upgrade at quarterback, so they signed Malik Willis, reuniting him with head coach Jeff Hafley. Willis played well in games when Jordan Love was injured in 2025 at the Packers, and we expect Willis to do the same thing in Miami in 2026. Minnesota Vikings signing Kyler Murray. The Vikings signed Kyler Murray to a one-year deal, opening up quarterback competition between him and J.J. McCarthy. If Murray pans out and becomes the starter, he can potentially revive his career with the team, as Kevin O'Connell is an absolute quarterback guru. Just look at what he accomplished with Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold, who won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks. New England Patriots signing Kevin Byard. The Patriots spent the offseason upgrading the secondary by signing former Bear Kevin Byard to a one-year, $9 million deal. The Pats are getting a Pro Bowl safety who not only reunites with Mike Vrabel, but will also receive a ball hawk who led the league with 7 interceptions in 2025. New Orleans Saints signing David Edwards. The Saints had one of the worst defensive lines in the league in 2025. So they decided to sign David Edwards to a 4-year, $61 million deal. Edwards is very reliable, as he helped the Rams win Super Bowl 56 and has protected quarterbacks like Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, and Josh Allen. Edwards should most definitely work very nicely protecting Tyler Shough. New York Giants signing Isaiah Likely. The Harbaugh effect is very real. Signing Likely to a 3-year, $40 million deal is worth every single penny. Likely gives Jackson Dart a new passing target and a security blanket for the 2026 season. Likely will also complement fellow tight end Theo Johnson as a 1-2 punch heading into the upcoming season. New York Jets trading for Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Jets broke an NFL record by not recording an interception in the 2025 season, which, is a new low for this franchise. So the Jets traded for Minkah Fitzpatrick, who will boost the secondary and give them a fighting chance in the 2026 season. Fitzpatrick is a hard-hitting safety who will fit in very nicely in Aaron Glenn and defensive coordinator Brian Duker's schemes in 2026. Philadelphia Eagles signing Arnold Ebiketie. The Eagles strengthened their pass rush by signing Arnold Ebiketie to a 1-year, $7.3 million deal. The Eagles got a steal for Ebiketie's services as he had 36 tackles, 2 sacks, and a pass deflection in 2025 with the Falcons. He should replicate Jalen Phillips' production very nicely. Pittsburgh Steelers trading for Michael Pittman Jr. The Steelers' passing attack took a nice step forward by acquiring Michael Pittman Jr. via trade. Pittman Jr. will complement DK Metcalf quite nicely, no matter who's under center, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, if he chooses to come back with the Steelers, or if it's Will Howard. San Francisco 49ers signing Mike Evans. The 49ers will not have Brandon Ayuk on the roster in 2026, so they addressed that issue by signing Mike Evans to the roster. Evans is a massive upgrade, as he has had 11 1,000 receiving yard seasons during his tenure with the Buccaneers. He and Purdy are going to do wonders together in the 2026 season, and you know, we cannot wait to see it. Seattle Seahawks retaining defensive talent. The defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks may have lost guys like Kobe Bryant to free agency, but they managed to sign Josh Jobe to a 3-year, $24 million extension and Drake Thomas to a 2-year, $8 million contract. Retaining those guys keeps the dark side defense intact and allows the unit to continue being formidable and fierce during the 2026 season. Tampa Bay Buccaneers signing Alex Anzalone. With Lavonte David in his mid to late 30s, the Bucs signed Alex Anzalone to a 2-year, $17 million deal to bolster the team's pass rush. Anzalone is younger than David, also brings veteran leadership to the Bucs defense, and of course brings juice and firepower to a unit that truly needs to succeed in 2026. Tennessee Titans signing Wan'Dale Robinson. The Titans signed former Giants wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson to a 3-year, $70 million deal, reuniting him with Brian Daboll, the team's new offensive coordinator. Robinson gives quarterback Cam Ward a brand new target to throw the ball to on offense. Robinson is also only 25 and has plenty of years to continue producing at the professional level. Washington Commanders signing Nick Cross. The Commanders bolstered their secondary by signing underrated safety Nick Cross to a 2-year, $14 million deal. Cross is a low-risk move that adds excellent experience to the position and is a younger and more powerful replacement for Marshawn Lattimore, who was released. We look forward to seeing Cross flourish in defensive coordinator Durante Jones' system. But hey, what do you think is your favorite team's best offseason move so far? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, then hey, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And you know, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, then subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.